I want people to see Selma the way I see it, looking at the city as a piece of art. Just look at the architecture down the street. Not many towns this size have that. We're surrounded by art and we don't even know it. I take communion standing on a 19th century Italian mosaic surrounded by Tiffany windows designed by Clara Weaver Parrish. I was baptized in a marble pool with a mosaic of Jesus watching over me. I guess you could say I was baptized in art. We have everything from Italian mosaics to folk art in Selma. We see it all the time, but really people go a long way to see some of what we have. It's a great place for artists. We had this old opera house, the Wilby. When I was a child, it was a movie theater, and it had a balcony, and it had the red curtains and the brass rails. You walked in, the smell of popcorn hitting you, and then the curtains would pull back, and then you'd hear the music, and then it was on. I thought every town had that. It was just a feeling of downtown Selma in those days. There were people everywhere, drugstores, Lilienthal's men's stores. You had Leon's department store, Kaiser's, Roger Butler Jewelers, and there were just cars and people. I believe Selma people are survivors. I think we always have been. Look at our history. After the Civil War, half the city was burned, but we came back strong. We came back really strong. So we fought our way back. It wasn't that it just happened. People made it happen. We have a rich history all the way back to the French explorers who were here, American Indians, and then civil rights. We've always been ahead of our time. We showed the rest of the country what can be done, and it's time for us to step up and do it again. At Arts Revive, we use the arts to boost the economy, pave the way for industry and real employment. We were one of the first groups that restored a building in this area, and now this whole city block is full of new businesses. That's what I want. Let's show the rest of the world who we are. Because regardless, we're all Selmians, we're a family, and if we're going to succeed, we have to find that balance as a community. Every color has its place, and everything has value. And when all the colors work in harmony, you have a beautiful painting. With Arts Revive, we respect each other's talents and abilities. The team's the palette, and each one's a color. Like blue sky, green grass, and I think that's a formula for success. Through our gallery and art shows, we have built a relationship with Alabama's art community. And we have this wonderful, newly renovated facility that we use for events and shows, and continue to offer workshops and arts classes. And we want to bring people into what we have. And it's not just the visual arts, it's writing, it's theater. We have all these elements that if we put them together, we can build something remarkable. The architecture, the river, the talent, the people, the airport, the state park, the accessibility. It's like folk art or found art. It all needs to be welded together to make a beautiful piece of art. A painter first lays out their palette. You get all your colors in line like a rainbow, warm to cool. This is My Selma. Our history in the arts goes all the way back to our name. Selma's name came from a Greek poem. I behold thy towers, O Selma, the oaks of thy shaded wall. Thy streams sound in my ear, thy heroes gather around. It's almost like William Rufus King knew where Selma was going. We've always had heroes, they're still here. But you know, most of the real heroes are the quietest people in Selma. And I have 2 kids, but I imagine a future where our kids want to come back to Selma because they have something to come back to. Jobs, workforce, industry, and culture. We've survived and thrived through the power of our own will, and it's up to us to paint.